As you can see, I'm in the front-end react.js code. For the front-end, we also need to have environment variables for our development stage as well as for our production. In my development stage, I have my local API URL, and for my production stage, I have to paste the URL that I copied from the Heroku. Keep in mind that this URL have to finish with API and you follow the same naming convention. Another thing you have to be aware of is to access these URLs by providing process.env.react.app_backend URL, as I have written the same name over in my environment variables. To test whether it works or not, let's install a dependency called serve. Serve is a simple server which we can use locally for the purpose of testing. To install this package, open your project, type npm install serve. If you'd like to install this server globally, you can write -g so that you can use it in other projects as well. Good, so I have installed serve. Now you can type npm run build to create a build project. All right, build folder is created. Let's refresh our project, and there you go. So now let's change our directory to build cd build and simply type serve. We can open our project on this link, and there you go. We have the data from our database. So we actually now communicating with our backend and our database. Let's add coding input. We have added a new task. Let's see if we have received our data into our database. And there you go. We have received our data into our Cloud MongoDB. Let's now deploy our front-end code to Firebase. Firebase is a platform from the Google company used for creating mobile and web applications. If you want to log in into Firebase, you must have a Google account. Once you're logged in, you can get started. And here you can create a project. You can name your project. In my case, I'm going to name it to do. Press continue, scroll down, again continue, select an account, the default account for Firebase. Now my project is going to create. Nice, my project is created. Press continue. There you go, this is my project. Another thing we have to install is the Firebase CLI. Open this link. Here you have to specify your operating system. In my case, it is Windows, so I'm going to select Windows. You can install it using npm or installing through standalone binary. In my case, I'm not going to install any of them because I have already installed Firebase CLI. Firebase login command will enable you to log in into your Firebase account, and Firebase Init will initialize a project for you. So let's come to our front-end code, clear all this stuff, and write Firebase login. Press enter. As you can see, it is asking for allowance, so I'm gonna write yes. I'm gonna select my account. Scroll down and allow them. And I'm successfully logged in. Here you can see I'm logged in with my email. Now let's type Firebase Init to initialize a project for us in Firebase. Press enter. Are you ready to proceed? Yes. Here we have selections. So as I am deploying my app, I'm gonna select this option using space. use an existing project, or if you're creating a new project, you can select the next option. So I'm gonna select use an existing project. To do is used as default project for this directory. Here it is asking about our public directory. So in our project, we have to select build as our public directory. Configure a single page app? Yes. Set up automatic builds and deploy with GitHub. For this project, I'm gonna select no. File build index HTML already exists. Override. In this place, it is a little bit tricky, so you have to select no, because if you type yes, Firebase will put its own index file, which is not required in this case. So we should select N for no. Firebase initialization completed. The final step is to write Firebase Deploy. Now we want to deploy our codes. Press enter. As you see, it's adding files. And as you can see, we have deployed our front-end project to this URL. So let's click on this URL and see whether it works or no. There you go. So we have uploaded our code to Firebase, the front end. Let's add a new task. For example, eat early. The task is added. Let's delete some tasks. So they are deleted. Until this place, we successfully deployed our front-end code to Firebase.